Hello, I'm Ryzki Aufa, Helmi, Rachmansyah, and today I'll be discussing three key interventions to significantly enhance the development performance of Indonesia. These interventions focus on strengthening institutions, promoting inclusive economic policies, and enhancing the civil society engagement. Indonesia is a vibrant and diverse country in Southeast Asia with a lot of potential but isn't maximized yet. Like many other developing nations, this country, Indonesia, faces many challenges that hinders its progress. So today, I'll be exploring the three targeted interventions that hopefully could address and solve these challenges and promote a sustainable development. These interventions are based on theories that I've learned and throughout the course and are designed to tackle the problems regarding of developmental issues. The first intervention is to strengthen the institution because effective institutions are the backbone of any prosperous nation, any developed nation. Institution shape the economic, political, and also social landscape, which ensures the stability and also promote growth. According to John Paul Fogge, institutions are the powerful drivers of development because they could mitigate challenges related to geography, culture, and also factor endowments. In order to strengthen our institution, Indonesia needs to reform legal frameworks, such as implementing laws that promote transparency and also accountability. And the second one is to enhance government efficiency where Indonesia could really streamline the governmental process and reduce the bureaucratic red tape in order to promote more investment, more investors, and also promote more entrepreneur to open up local businesses in Indonesia. The last thing is to implement anti-corruption measures. Even though we have an institution in order to fight corruption, we need to have a more established and also a more fixed system to detect and also to prevent corruption in Indonesia. All these reforms would create a better environment for economic activities, which would attract foreign investment and also which would ensures that the resources are used efficiently for the benefit of all people, all Indonesians. The second intervention would focus on promoting inclusive economic policies because economic growth must be inclusive to ensure that all segments of Indonesians, all people of Indonesians, all classes of Indonesians, everyone in Indonesia to benefit. This approach would reduce inequality whilst promoting sustainable growth. Theory on market primacy and state intervention, which were explored in Module 3 of this course, highlights the need for balanced policies that harness the strengths of both market and also state intervention. In order to promote inclusivity in Indonesia, we could, one, implement progressive tax policies where we could redistribute the wealth through fair taxation and ensuring that the wealthy would contribute their fair share and uh, helps the citizens that needs more or helps the citizens that are below the poverty line. Then the second one is that we could invest in rural and also underdeveloped regions, which is quite a lot in Indonesia considering that we're a developing country. Uh, we could develop infrastructure and provide services to bridge the economic disparity or even the disparity in general between the urban and also rural areas. which would also results to less inequality as well. The last thing is we should support small and medium-sized enterprises. We should provide more subsidies, more grants, and easier access to credit in order to empower local business and promote people to start their own business, uh, and also to build the culture of creating a business and competing in the nation or even the global level. These policies would then stimulate the economic growth whilst ensuring the benefit of development reach everyone, including the marginalized and also underserved communities. The third intervention is to enhance civil society engagement, where an active and empowered civil society is very, very vital to hold government to be accountable and also to ensure the public participation in development process. According to Eleanor Osterm's work on collective action, shows that civil society could effectively contribute to pro-development outcomes, which is needed in a developing country such as Indonesia. In order to enhance the civil society engagement in Indonesia, we should support the civil society organization or CSO. We could provide the funding or resources for CSO, which are working on the development issues. The second thing is we could facilitate public consultations where we encourage participatory decision-making process where citizens can voice their concerns and suggestions, which could lead a more to a more laws, regulation, policies that benefits the citizens more, benefits the greater people more uh, than the policies, laws, and regulations that only benefits certain people, certain entities, or maybe only the government itself. The last thing is we need to strengthen our legal frameworks because we need to protect the rights of civil society to operate freely and also ensuring the freedom of expression in the country. By empowering the civil society, we could have a more democratic and also participatory government structure, which is essential for sustainable growth, which would benefit the greater people because of the participatory government uh, in the decision making process. And implementing these interventions will have several positive outcomes for a more strengthened institution. It would lead to an improved governance, reduced in corruption, and a more stable economic environment. All these would really help Indonesia because as of right now, Indonesia has quite high corruption and the governance, even though it's good, but we all know that it's not the most transparent government in the world. For a more inclusive economic growth, it would result in reduced poverty as well as inequality, whilst providing the same or maybe more opportunities for every Indonesians to thrive regarding they're from the rural or the urban area of the country. For a better active civil society, this would contribute to a more transparent, accountable, and participatory governance system, which uh, debatably quite needed in Indonesia right now. We need a more transparent and also more accountable governance system. And also, we need a government that would really hear our concerns as citizens and would uh, really make a regulation, a policy, a law that would really benefit the citizens of Indonesia. All these outcomes would will collectively enhance the development performance of Indonesia and ensuring a more prosperous Indonesia in the future for its people. In conclusion, by strengthening the institution, promoting economic inclusive policies, and enhancing civil society engagement are all crucial for driving a sustainable development in Indonesia, where these interventions also require the commitment and collaboration of everyone, of every stakeholders, of the government, of the private sector, of the civil society, of everyone in Indonesia, every aspect of Indonesia for it to be successful. For this initiative to be successful, to be implemented, we need the support and also the teamwork of everyone so we could create a more prosperous Indonesia whilst reducing the inequality or even diminishing the inequality in Indonesia. Thank you for thank you for your attention, and I hope that these efforts, these ideas would enhance the development in Indonesia.